Hello and welcome back to Tommy's Top Shelf Comics. I'm Tommy, joined by Murphy.
Hello.
We're back with this week's top 5 comics for the week of March 6th, 2024. They were last week's next week's comics, but it is last week's next week being this week. So we're here to talk about them before they're last week's top 5 comics. So we're going to dive right in with our number 5. The Last Ronin, number 2. Re-Evolution. The last of the last Ronin. The last time.
The Last Ronin 2 Re-Evolution 1.
Yes.
So, more than a decade after The Last Ronin defeated the Foot Clan, New York City finds itself in a state of steady decline. Now the disparate gangs vie for economic and political control, and that the chaos is taking its toll. It's clear to Casey Marie that if something isn't done soon, the city she knows and loves will be lost forever. So whether they're ready or not, she and her young pupils must raise a new coalition and lead the charge to keep the peace. Witness the rise of the next generation of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles as they fight to restore peace to the streets they live below. Legendary TMNT co-creator Kevin Eastman proudly presents the next epic chapter of The Last Ronin, reassembling the acclaimed creative team from the original monster bestseller for a second oversized prestige format mini-series event. Dude, so many turtles. There's I guess now it would make sense of 10 years after The Last Ronin that these are now teenagers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, because I was about to say, if it's just old man turtle, it's
geriatric turtle. It's geriatric mutant turtle. Ninja Turtle.
But no, I like this series. Like we were talking about, it's just the timeline now, so we're gonna get the new Turtles story. But I like the timeline. The Last Ronin was a super cool mini series, so I'm sure that they can keep this one kind of just as dark because it was heavy.
Yeah.
So it's not like the fun Saturday morning cartoon Turtles.
No.
Which I'm always about. Anything dark and brooding. I'm down.
Gotta love it. That's what the original Turtles comic was. It wasn't for kids. But
yeah.
It's fun.
Well, now it's re-evolved.
Back into its former form. But moving on to number 4 this week, we got Batman 145. A thrilling new arc is here. Dark Prisons begins. Following the Joker Year 1's stunning reveals, Batman must engineer an escape from Zur's prison. But what dark secret does Zur now hold that's a game changer for the Dark Knight and the entire DC universe?
Dude, I'm sure it's going to be an event. But no, Zdarsky's done such a good job.
I love this whole failsafe thing. It's so interesting.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
I
love Batman versus himself. Because Batman versus anyone, it's Batman versus himself, which is always a super interesting storyline.
Because he's just an egomaniac.
Yeah.
just secretly a narcissist.
It's like beat Batman, but wait, you're fighting Batman. So
I will say
Batman always wins.
Zdarsky has gotten to put "I'm Batman" in a lot.
Yeah,
in his 20 issues so far. But either way, the Joker Year 1, that the last arc was awesome. I loved it. It tied, current Joker to Scott Snyder's Batman Year 1.
Mm-hmm.
Down to the costume, and the whole arc, it just built a lot for the character. I feel like for not just Joker but Batman as well. It built the world a lot. It tied back to Zdarsky's origin book, The Knight. I think he's doing a really good job of making Batman his own, so to speak. So I'm definitely excited for this. And Jimenez is back. He took the last arc off. That was Kamankulo. So now he's back.
Which is always exciting. But moving on to our number 3 this week, we have The Last Mermaid.
Image number 1.
We have Last Turtles. We have Last Mermaids. All kinds of lasts.
Many Batmen, though.
Many Batman.
So, The Last Mermaid number 1. A lone mermaid roams an endless wasteland on a quest beyond reason. To press ever onward, she must survive the interminable stretches between tiny pockets of water, the roaming bands of cybernetic cannibals, and the fearsome mutant beasts. What propels her forward to take such a risk? Dude, it looks like a mermaid with a water bubble on a diva mech suit.
In the desert.
In the desert. Well, because obviously, where else would a mermaid be?
I mean, it sounds wild.
Yeah.
It sounds
Yeah, I just am always about post-apocalypses. So I guess this might not be a post-apocalypse because it might just be the world they live in.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Image never lets me down, and this looks cool.
Yeah. I will call it out though. On the cover size, it looks like it's the prestige format where it doesn't fit.
I know it.
It's so painful.
It looks like it. It looks like it, but we don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know. It's 32 pages.
It doesn't call it out specifically, and it usually does.
But I thought the same thing. It looks like it, and I'm hoping that we don't just like start moving towards that. The moment like Amazing Spider-Man is like this big, I'm gonna be like, come on.
Yeah. BCW better start putting out bags and boards for it. That's all I'm saying.
You're right. I mean, the distillery stuff fits a magazine size.
Yeah.
It's tight. It's tight. You need an oversized magazine.
Yeah.
But it fits.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm hoping we don't go towards that. But so far, they're like I don't know if this is. It just looks like it.
We'll move on to our number 2 this week. Spectacular Spiderman, number 1. The stars of two of Marvel's biggest series come together in their first ongoing series ever. That's right, Peter Parker and Miles Morales are going to team up on the regular, comparing notes and using said notes to take on some of their most dangerous bad guys. This duo is better than dynamic, amazing, sensational, superior. They're spectacular. And with Greg Weisman, writer of the fan-favorite animated Spectacular Spider-Man series, returning to Spidey along with Spider legend Humberto Ramos, you know it's going to be epic.
Take my money. Take my money.
I think it was, I forget if it was on one of the episodes or shortly before or after recording, we were talking about how many Spider books there were, and you were just like, they can't give us another one. And then I think it was last week, and then we were looking at this week and we saw this, and then you were just like, oh.
And it's something I want to read. Like that's
yeah,
the
exactly.
They do put out a bunch of Spider books, and like I have over the years learned to like temper expectations, pull like, you know, a little conservatively. But like this is Miles and Peter just teaming up.
Yeah.
That's like I'm gonna read it. Like they're Batman and Robin to me. Like they're like because like of course I want to read it.
Yeah.
And I mean you got Humberto Ramos back. Like every time he does Spider-Man, I love it. I think he's you know legendary in the Spider-Man world. And then same with Greg Weisman. I love the Spider-Man or the Spectacular Spider-Man show.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it's so cool. And they've done a good job at, I think, making Miles really his own character.
Yeah.
And this kind of goes to show. It's like they definitely, like, they're both Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And they both make a point of calling each other Spider-Man. And he's not like a sidekick.
No.
You know, he fully functions on his own. And so I like this, but it's like, man, Marvel, like, come on, give your boy a break. Give your boy a break.
Exactly.
Like, now, are there any variants though that I need to get? I never look at variants anymore until this week, until like our videos.
Yeah, the 1 in 25 is pretty good.
I'll probably get the 1 in 25. But also, judging by the characters list on the website, Jackal's in it,
Mm-hmm.
which that should be cool. I mean, Jackal's kind of annoying with clones, but it's always a good series in my opinion. Other than the clone conspiracy.
Right. But moving on to the ultimate book this week. Number 1, Ultimate X-Men number 1.
Visionary creator Peach Momoko creates a new generation of X-Men for an all-new universe. Hisako Ichiki is a teenage girl who just wants to live a normal life, go to school, hang out with her friends, ignore the political strife broiling over after the events of Ultimate Invasion. But life has other plans for her. In Japan, urban legends have sprung to life and brought some unusual new powers with them. Armor, May Storm, and a couple of new Ultimate X-Men, the likes of which you've never seen before. I am very interested in how this book is going to be received. You know,
What?
like
I think it's going to be awesome.
Ultimate Spider. I think it's going to be awesome.
It's a risk taker. Sure.
It's a big change. Like when you
but it's
hear
also the Ultimate
X-Men
universe.
back, like. Yeah, but
do you think it's the characters? Do you think it's the characters, not using the characters?
I think not using the characters is gonna make it a little polarized. Like I'm down. I've loved everything that Peach Momoko did. Like all the Demon Days stuff.
Demon Days was great.
Yeah, fantastic. But like if you look at you got Ultimate Spider-Man, which is drastically different, but still the same at its core.
Yeah.
Black Panther, drastically different, but still the same at its core. Now Ultimate X-Men's about to be crazy different. You know, so I'm interested to see widespread how it's gonna do. But I mean, I can't wait. I think the Ultimate Universe they built now is pretty awesome. Mm-hmm. Like it's so different that they can do whatever they want. You know, you can give the X-Men to Peach Momoko and say, make it whatever.
Have fun.
Yeah, so I'm definitely excited to see it. And I had to make sure to actually pull this one because I didn't pull Black Panther and it sold out in under a day. It was the first day. Dang. So I definitely made sure to pull this one.
Nice. Cool. Well, anything else?
Does Peach Momoko have a variant for her own book? Yes, she does.
Yes. Yep.
Sick, dude. Let her do whatever.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, looks really good. Looks like multiple. She has a design one too.
I didn't even see the incentive covers. Oh, that's cool. It's 1 in 10 too.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen a design variant by her.
Yeah, they're really good. They're really cool. Cool. Well, anything else before this week's top 5 comics or last week's top 5 comics?
Nope. Let us know in the comments what you think about Ultimate X-Men. Let's see who reads it.
Cool. All right. Well, until next week, we'll catch you guys later.